I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, People back and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking nothing from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching the but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt the break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he need a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the milk before we talking that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, but she can hang it up till like a telephone. Sticking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands down here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want to do it in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, that call me a hero. Heavy niggas, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and the best, as you know.
My God, Mitch is a 69 overall. That's so bad. Yeah, what? Bridge quarterback? Come on, bro.
Let's pick it.
68. Right on his ass. My God. Trade target Young. Is this trade target? That's funny, a trade target. It's pretty
Damn,
good.
that's disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
Pick it.
Paid 68.
Pick it. I'm sorry.
Pick
Sorry,
it.
pick it.
75. Dalen started star development. They got a sick team, dude. Anthony Miller on the bench.
Taking no loss, we be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust, big dog to leash. Where's the love in the streets? For my heart gonna beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie, me I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, we need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them look at the same. Me and them don't get the same. All of them don't know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous. Crazy, we at the top and we never gon' stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get crazy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. I win it, alhamdulillah. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Sharek, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Ushu Benton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980, Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found dust. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on the tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, what a drums at?
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I get to and jump in the course. Follow the core and back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard they was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form. Surprise, my R&B all over my roster. I got options, I keep it right on the dresser. Next to the Oscar, applying pressure. Somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, ready to die, ready to die, ready to what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
Whenever I touch down, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown. Whenever I touch down. I hope y'all can nest double E.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC North. It's the Steelers and the Bengals, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis up in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Very pleased to be with you for another season of NFL football. And Charles, we are no stranger to rivalry games between Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. What is different is that the roles have kind of been reversed. Cincinnati comes in as the division favorites following last year's Super Bowl appearance. The Steelers no more Big Ben, and they're now viewed as like...
Yeah, my day one. ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones, every dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC North.
On to get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Cincinnati. On the return, it's Taylor. Fields it right around the goal line. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. Cincinnati's offense takes the field and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year. A man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow could have won comeback player of the year last season simply for his statistics. 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns through the air. But he brought the entire Bengal organization on a comeback after 5 straight losing seasons. First with a division title, then an unexpected AFC title, and led the team to their 3rd Super Bowl ever. And he had them less than 2 minutes away from winning it for the first time. Keep an eye on Joey B. He expects to bring a Super Bowl title to Cincinnati in the near future.
Right to the air is Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
On 1, ready?
2nd down and 3. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A bigger first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst with it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. The 4th consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job. I continue to go in that direction because right now they get the defense back on their heels.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
He hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, all season, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former #2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell Trubisky is getting his second chance to start in the NFL, and will be with another story franchise, this time the Pittsburgh Steelers. He slowly fell out of favor in Chicago after making the Pro Bowl in his second season. But what a lot of people don't realize is that he had a winning record as a starter in each of his last 3 years with the Bears. He convinced a lot of people as a backup in Buffalo, including Pittsburgh, that there's still something to be unlocked in him as a starter.
They tried well on first down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky able to hit his target, Claypool. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there, and you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage. Defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. On 1, right? Burrow looking to pass. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. His first rushing touchdown of the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, It allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. Harris running straight ahead, and a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now the man from nearby Columbus, Ohio, Benny Snell. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hope we'll get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, this is Harris. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Like what? Defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss, because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up and ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
To throw again on second down. Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they go play action now. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run with Mixon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
11, empty, hey!
Mixing up the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Stephen Carter punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there at 22. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll try the right side with Harris. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. setting up the screen, Harris. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. On first down, Trubisky. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. On the give, this is Harris, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Now it's Trubisky. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Here we go. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And that game tied 21-all in the second quarter. A lot of offense there. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. 2 touchdown passes there for Marcus Mariota. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. J.K. Dobbins with a touchdown run. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week... to Brandon and Charles.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Harris going to get it again on second down. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. To return is Taylor. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Trubisky on 1st down. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here.
What the hell is that?
It's back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this one to Boyd. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We're going to just keep this line on a loop because we say it so often. 1st down, Tyler Boyd. He's thrived in a high-volume role for the Cincinnati Bengals, averaging almost 80 catches and 950 yards a season over the last 4.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
11 empty, 11 Thomas, 11 Mighty, 11, 11, 12, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. He finds his man complete. It's Boyd. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Here we go.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he's got Hurst as tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Jonah Williams, former 1st-round pick, the guilty party. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Burrow looking to pass. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Hook up a 15 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down, but offensively they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start on the ground with Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there for the offense. They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, it's Trubisky. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. And a pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Boswell's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here we go. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man. It's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. From the 41, Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Under a heavy rush and down he goes. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time the rush got to him in a hurry. To try again after the sack. Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Trubisky readies the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:07 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, They kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
From the 6. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Mixon. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Cincinnati, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.
Sound like some superhero. Black superheroes.